The curtain is falling on the year 2024. And now as we reflect on the year almost gone by and remember its most memorable moments, some of the most enduring images that flash across our minds are those of India's deep religious faith, its rich tradition and culture, and the love, faith and spirituality that fills the minds and hearts of Indian people as also peoples across the globe. From temple restoration and consecration to the preservation of ancient culture, 2024 has been marked by many unforgettable moments. So in this special year-end report, we look back at key moments of faith and tradition and their pivotal role in an otherwise ever-changing human landscape. The Pran Pratishtha ceremony of the Ram Temple in Ayodhya was a defining moment in Indian history as it marked the consecration of the newly built Ram Temple and the installation of the Ramlala idol within it.
आज हमारे राम आ गए हैं। सदियों की प्रतीक्षा के बाद हमारे राम आ गए हैं। सदियों का अभूतपूर्व धैर्य, अनगिनत बलिदान, त्याग और तपस्या के बाद हमारे प्रभु राम आ गए हैं। इस शुभ घड़ी की आप सभी को, समस्त देशवासियों को बहुत बहुत बधाई।
The much-awaited moment finally arrived on the 22nd of January 2024. The whole country breathlessly witnessed the historic and sacred event as it unfolded. The invocation of the divine into the Ram Temple, the consecration of the idol of Ramlala in the sanctum sanctorum of the Ram Temple. In a moment of unparalleled historical, religious and cultural significance in India's Ayodhya Dham. About 8,000 attendees from Asia's richest man Mukesh Ambani to cricket legends Sachin Tendulkar and Virat Kohli, as well as Bollywood icons such as Amitabh Bachchan, attended the invite-only opening ceremony of one of Hinduism's holiest temples, even as lakhs of people watched the event live on Doordarshan and other online platforms. Chants of Jai Shri Ram and Har Har Mahadev echoed through the temple halls. Prime Minister Narendra Modi walked barefoot, carrying what appeared to be a silver crown for the deity, amid the sound of Mangal Dhwani or holy chimes. 121 priests led by Acharya Lakshmikant Dikshit performed the consecration ceremony. Adorned in gold and yellow flowers, the 51-inch high Ramlala idol captures the image of a 5-year-old Lord Ram standing gracefully on a lotus as the idol took on a divine form symbolically. Indian Air Force helicopters showered flowers on Ramlala, adding a special celebratory touch to the event. Amid the chanting of hymns and Vedic mantras, Prime Minister Modi then concluded his 11-day-long fast and became emotional. Offering an apology to Lord Ram, Prime Minister Modi said, "There must have been something lacking in our collective effort, sacrifice and penance that this important task took so many centuries to complete."
मैं आज प्रभु श्री राम से क्षमा याचना भी करता हूं। हमारे पुरुषार्थ, हमारे त्याग, तपस्या में कुछ तो कमी रह गई होगी कि हम इतनी सदियों तक ये कार्य कर नहीं पाए। आज वो कमी पूरी हुई है। मुझे विश्वास है प्रभु राम आज हमें अवश्य क्षमा करेंगे।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who was the lead devotee at the ceremony, undertook an 11-day-long rigorous fast, which included Yam Niyam, with regular prayers, penance and yoga. Recalling his experience of listening to Sri Ram Katha in many languages, the Prime Minister said that Ram exists in our memories. PM Modi underlined that this was not just the consecration ceremony of Lord Ram's idol, but also the consecration of unwavering faith in Indian culture that is manifested in the form of Lord Ram.
ये मंदिर मात्र एक देव मंदिर नहीं है, ये भारत की दृष्टि का, भारत के दर्शन का, भारत के दिग्दर्शन का मंदिर है। ये राम के रूप में राष्ट्र चेतना का मंदिर है। राम भारत की आस्था है, राम भारत का आधार है, राम भारत का विचार है, राम भारत का विधान है, राम भारत की चेतना है, राम भारत का चिंतन है, राम भारत की प्रतिष्ठा है, राम भारत का प्रताप है, राम प्रवाह है, राम प्रभाव है, राम नीति भी है, राम नीति भी है, राम नित्यता भी है, राम निरंतरता भी है, राम विभु है, विशद है, राम व्यापक है, विश्व है, विश्वात्मा है.
Arun Yogiraj, the sculptor who had carved Ram Lala's idol, found himself in a state of profound blessing at the consecration ceremony.
I feel I'm the luckiest person in the earth, and also the blessings of my ancestors and family members, and also blessings of Ram Lala. It is really, sometimes I feel like I'm in a dream world.
In a gesture of loving appreciation, Prime Minister Narendra Modi showered flower petals on the workers who had built the temple. Later, he offered prayers to Lord Shiva at an ancient temple located on the Kuber Tila. He also unveiled a statue of Jatayu, the demi-vulture god in the Ayodhya temple. The year 2024 saw a temple constructed not just in Ayodhya. In other major religious event, a grand new temple was also built in Abu Dhabi. This is also the first Hindu temple in the UAE, and apart from its religious importance, the temple is a unique example of the rich ties that flourish between India and the UAE. Again, it was India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi who on February 14th inaugurated the first Bocha Sanvasi Akshar Purushottam Swaminarayan Sanstha or BAPS Hindu temple in Abu Dhabi, UAE. The temple inauguration ceremony coincided with the auspicious occasion of Basant Panchami and the 159th birth anniversary of Shastri Ji Maharaj, founder of the BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the land of the UAE had scripted a golden chapter in the history of humanity. The BAPS Hindu temple complex is spread over a vast area of 27 acres. The temple, which is 108 feet high and 260 feet wide, carries the message of love, spirituality, non-violence, tolerance and global brotherhood. Yet another memorable religious event of 2024, yet related to India, was in Brazil. This was the reenactment of the Ramayana by Brazilian students in the presence of India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The students reenacting the Ramayana belonged to the Vishwa Vidya Gurukulam, a Brazilian organization dedicated to promoting Vedanta and Sanskrit. The organization's founder, Jonas Massetti, also known as Acharya Vishwanath, described the Ramayana as a tribute to Dharma. Jonas Massetti observed that Prime Minister Narendra Modi had been deeply moved by the Ramayana performance and had used the occasion to encourage Indian youths to embrace their cultural roots.
The message is that Vedanta and Sanskrit in the West is taken very seriously by many people. So all these people are here, they were studying Sanskrit for many years, they learned all the grammar, and now they presented the play in Sanskrit. It was a way of finalizing their process of study. And it was so good that we started presenting various places, and now we are presenting for the Prime Minister. In the end of the play, the Prime Minister said that was Uttamam, like it was fantastic, and that he would always remember.
The year 2024 saw not just Hinduism highlighted across the world. Across the oceans, another symbol of cultural roots was restored and its doors thrown open to the public in 2024. And so, the world-famous Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris reopened its doors to the public in an official ceremony on December 7th. Among the attendees at the service were world leaders and believers, including US President-elect Donald Trump, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, and Prince William of England. Following a huge fire that had gutted it on April 15, 2019, the cathedral had been marvelously restored with a new spire and rib vaulting, its flying buttresses and carved stones returning to their ancient glory, and its white stone and gold decorations shining brightly once again. Thousands of experts, from carpenters and stone masons to stained glass window artists, had labored round the clock for 5 long years using age-old methods to restore, repair or replace everything that had been destroyed or damaged in the fire. The first Sunday Mass at Notre Dame Cathedral in 5 years was held on December 8th. Notre Dame's Gothic architecture and its role in key historical events embody France's heritage over 800 years of history. But the cathedral's cultural significance extends beyond religion, and today it stands as a symbol of French resilience and pride.
The church is a beautiful symbol of life, a beautiful symbol of life, and also a call to live. Because we often find ourselves in a fix, we have troubles, we struggle, but the church somehow brings the idea of a Christ who died and who resurrected.
I stand before you before the liturgy begins to express the gratitude of the French nation. Gratitude to all those who saved, helped and restored Notre Dame de Paris. For 5 years here, every woman and every man was needed to rebuild. Every bit of help, even from the ends of the earth, was needed to hold things together. Every gesture was necessary, reconciling the grandeur of this cathedral with the demands of all these crafts. We have rediscovered what great nations can do, achieve the impossible.
Sunday's reopening Mass on December 8th was full of meaning for Catholics who were able to see the restored cathedral for the first time.
It was full of joy and above all hope, because we thought it was over for the Notre Dame, and we see that it could be reborn. And it gives not only hope for the monument but also hope for our world. And with all the violence happening, we really hope we find the path to peace.
Although Pope Francis was unable to attend the historic reopening ceremony, he called the cathedral's restoration a prophetic sign of the church's renewal in France. The Pope particularly praised the firefighters who worked so courageously to save this historic monument from collapse. In a letter to Archbishop Laurent Ulrich of Paris, Pope Francis said, "Today sadness and mourning give way to joy, celebration and praise." He also requested the Archbishop of Paris to welcome generously and freely the immense crowd of visitors expected at Notre Dame. The day following the reopening of the Notre Dame Cathedral, December 8th, was also a special day for Archbishop George Jacob Kuvakard, the first Catholic priest from India who was elevated to the rank of Cardinal by Pope Francis. Archbishop George Jacob Kuvakard from Kerala was among the 21 priests from around the world inducted into the College of Cardinals at St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City. Congratulating Kuvakard, Prime Minister Narendra Modi wrote on social media platform X that it is a matter of immense pride for India that Archbishop George Kuvakard will be created as a cardinal by His Holiness Pope Francis. Yet another memorable day of 2024 was October 17th. On this day, the first International Abhidhamma Divas was celebrated at Vigyan Bhavan in New Delhi. The event was organized by the Ministry of Culture and the International Buddhist Confederation. The Abhidhamma Divas commemorates the day when Lord Buddha returned to earth from the celestial realm after teaching the Abhidhamma, a fundamental part of his teachings. The Abhidhamma is a deep analysis of the mind and matter and explores areas like ethics and psychology. Yet another memorable religion-related event in 2024 was India and Pakistan agreeing to extend the validity of the Sri Kartarpur Sahib Corridor Agreement for another 5 years. The agreement, initially signed in October 2019, allows Indian pilgrims to visit the holy Gurudwara Darbar Sahib Kartarpur in Pakistan. The extension ensures that the corridor remains open for uninterrupted use by pilgrims seeking to pay their respects at the revered site. Over the years, Sri Kartarpur Sahib Corridor has become a symbol of unity and reconciliation for families separated during the partition of India, the lingering hostility between the two countries notwithstanding. Just as the Kartarpur Corridor symbolizes the strength of religious bonds across India and Pakistan, bringing together Sikhs to visit the sacred Gurudwara in Kartarpur, the Deepotsav in Ayodhya stands as a symbol of unity, inviting millions to join in the celebration of faith, culture and tradition. On the eve of Diwali, another key religious event, the 8th edition of Deepotsav in Ayodhya in 2024, witnessed the setting of 2 Guinness World Records. This included the most number of participants performing a simultaneous Diya rotation and the largest display of oil lamps, with over 2.5 million diyas lighted up. This amazing event was organized by the Uttar Pradesh government's Department of Tourism and the Ayodhya District Administration.
So basically, in the last 6 days, we prepared this Ram Ki Pedi as well as the Lakshman Ghat area where the Saryu Aarti happens for 2 different attempts. And the adjudicator from Guinness World Record came and he certified both of our attempts. The first attempt was most people rotating diya, that is Aarti, and in that 1121 people participated. That was the largest Aarti participation, you can say, in the world. And the second attempt happened as the largest display of oil lamp. The oil lamp, you are watching it on the Ram Ki Pedi, and that is the final number is 25,12,585.
Even the American ambassador Eric Garcetti soaked in the celebrations of Diwali at the US Embassy in New Delhi. The video of the celebrations created a lot of buzz on social media platforms. The year 2024 was also memorable for another reason. It saw the United States repatriating 105 trafficked antiquities to India at the Indian Consulate in New York. These artifacts, dating from 2nd, 3rd century to 18th to 19th century AD, came from all across India: 47 from Eastern India, 27 from Southern India, 22 from Central India, 6 from Northern India, and 3 from Western India.
So we've been working as an embassy in the United States government on returning that art that needs to be in India. This has often come from India. Sometimes it's been stolen, illegally sold. So whether it's the district attorney's office here and the Metropolitan Museum has sometimes identified that art and been a wonderful actor to say, this doesn't smell right, this needs to go back to India. Or whether it's the cultural agreement that Prime Minister Modi and President Biden announced during the state visit. We're going to finish negotiating that in the coming months so that it doesn't just depend on the goodwill of 1 year, but this can be a permanent part of our new friendship and relationship.
The year 2024 also witnessed several transitions in rule by royalty across the globe, as well as other remarkable cultural events reflecting the immense colourful heritage of peoples around the world. Let's now review major cultural events of 2024. On January 14th, Denmark made history as 83-year-old Queen Margaret II abdicated the throne, becoming the first Danish monarch in nearly 900 years to voluntarily step down. Thousands of people gathered in freezing temperatures to watch as her son, King Friedrich X, then ascended the throne, marking the end of an era and the beginning of a new one for the Danish royal family. On January 27th, despite thick fog, Venice celebrated its iconic mask carnival, drawing crowds from around the world. Tourists roamed the city's historic streets, adorned in elaborate costumes, with the figure of Marco Polo, the legendary Venetian explorer, taking center stage among the many characters. Back in India, on June 23, Kozhikode earned the recognition as India's first UNESCO City of Literature, joining the Creative Cities Network. The honour reflects the city's vibrant literary culture and its contribution to India's rich literary heritage. The year 2024 also saw the Ramcharit Manas, the Panchtantra, and the Sahridya Lok Lokan included in UNESCO's Memory of the World Asia-Pacific Regional Register. The occasion was the 10th meeting of the Memory of the World Committee for Asia and the Pacific, held in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. The widely read Ramcharit Manas, written by Goswami Tulsidas, is a revered epic read throughout Southeast Asia. Its narratives resonate well beyond the Indian borders, reaching audiences in Cambodia, Thailand, Sri Lanka and Indonesia. The fables of the Panchtantra impart universal moral lessons, while the Sahridya Lok Lokan, rooted in 15th century Kashmir scholarly work, is celebrated for its aesthetic contributions. Notably, January 8, 2024 saw the International Purple Festival held in Goa to encourage inclusivity and empowerment of persons with disabilities. The event saw the Purple Anthem titled Dhoomal being released. Also special to 2024 and ahead of Diwali, toy company Mattel, which manufactures the globally famous Barbie dolls, created a Diwali Barbie doll exclusively for Indian consumers. The doll is part of a special collection designed in collaboration with designer Anita Dongre. This limited edition doll celebrates India's Festival of Lights and its rich cultural traditions. – 2024 also saw India's Srinagar, the largest city of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, designated as a World Craft City by the World Crafts Council. The office of the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha, shared news of this honour on social media. That Srinagar was granted this global recognition was in recognition of its highly skilled craftsmen. Srinagar is the fourth Indian city to be recognized as a World Craft City, joining Jaipur, Mysore and Mallapuram. There are about 65 World Craft Council recognized cities globally. Another significant date, 11 September 2024, marked the 132nd anniversary of Swami Vivekananda's unforgettable 1893 speech in Chicago. Prime Minister Narendra Modi celebrated the speech's ongoing inspiration for global harmony. In the month of December in 2024, newly appointed Sri Lankan President Anurakkumara Dissanayake visited Bodh Gaya in Bihar. He offered prayers at the World Heritage Mahabodhi Mahavihara and visited the sacred Bodhi tree. This was Dissanayake's first visit to India after the recently concluded presidential and parliamentary elections in Sri Lanka. Also, from December 1st to 10th, 2024, Nagaland's immensely popular Hornbill Festival drew a massive influx of visitors, all eager to experience the unique customs, music and dance of the region. Held at the Naga Heritage Village in Kisama, it showcased the beauty of Nagaland's cultural diversity and traditions. November 14th, 2024 saw the official start of the iconic Kutch Ran Utsav, promising another year of vibrant celebrations that showcase Gujarat's rich culture, arts and warm hospitality. As in the previous years, the festival promises not just a spectacular display of local traditions and exquisite craftsmanship, but this year also saw an exciting new dimension. This year, the celebration blends art, culture, adventure and sustainability with a special focus on preserving the environment. Drawing thousands of visitors from around the globe, the Ran Utsav has firmly established itself as one of India's premier cultural events. From traditional dance performances and folk music to thrilling adventure sports, there's something for everyone, making it an unmissable destination of this season. In another memorable event, December 6, 2024 saw Prime Minister Modi inaugurating the first edition of the Ashtalakshmi Mahotsav at Pragati Maidan's Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. This 3-day event offered a dynamic stage for showcasing Northeast region's textile sector, traditional craftsmanship, tourism potential and unique geographical indication tagged products. The Mahotsav featured a variety of events to promote economic opportunities in fields like traditional handicrafts, handlooms, agricultural products and tourism. The year 2024 also saw a bright torch of Indian culture extinguished on the 15th of December. The demise of world-renowned tabla player Padma Vibhushan Ustad Zakir Hussain was an extremely sad and an irreparable loss to the music world. Ustad Zakir Hussain passed away in California due to complications from idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. His family called his legacy extraordinary and one that is cherished by millions worldwide. Born on March 9, 1951 in Mumbai, Hussain began his journey at the tender age of 7. He was trained by his illustrious father, Ustad Allah Rakha. Over 6 decades, he collaborated with Indian legends like Ravi Shankar, Ali Akbar Khan and Shiv Kumar Sharma and became part of the Indian classical music gems. His unparalleled artistry earned him India's top Padma honours, including the Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan and Padma Vibhushan. Internationally, his 4 Grammy Awards, 3 of which were won earlier this year, showcased his global acclaim. Hussain didn't just play tabla, he redefined its possibilities. His groundbreaking 1973 fusion project Shakti with John McLaughlin and L. Shankar blended Indian classical music with jazz, creating a new genre that inspired generations of musicians worldwide. Zakir Hussain's tabla crossed borders, connecting East and the West. His international collaborations from Carnegie Hall to the Royal Albert Hall brought Indian classical rhythms to the global stage, earning him a reputation as one of India's foremost cultural ambassador. Hussain's broad smile, charming good looks, and his curly locks gave him a distinctive star persona that often went even beyond his music. As we bid goodbye to the year, let's remember Ustad Zakir Hussain's rhythms with the same smile and exuberance he embodied in his persona. Finally, almost drawing the curtain down in 2024, on 5th December, US President Joe Biden attended the annual US National Christmas Tree Lighting Ceremony, the last of his presidency in Washington. For over 100 years, now this cherished tradition has marked the start of the holiday season in the US capital. Elsewhere in the world, Christmas celebrations, like every year, dazzled many around the world. And as we move forward into 2025, there are celebrations being held, but there are also lessons we must learn from our collective failures as countries and as nations. So may the lessons of this year guide us all as we enter the new year with fresh hope and a renewed sense of kind understanding.